Alright, floor 9, adaptable environment secure housing unit. Alright, let's go see where the Mamlambo is. Alright, let's see. Two Brachiosaurus, Berenda and Marai, nope. Cactus Cat, nope. Ubawa, nope. Moving on. Nightcrawlers, nope. Two aliens, nope. Olitiao, nope. Excuse me, where is the Mamlambo being contained?
Also blocks down on your right.
Thank you. Future praying mantis creature. Gelatinous slime monster, nope. Ah, here it is. Mamlambo's Containment Center. Yucky, how's it?
Yes, Odie. Not much.
I had a feeling I'll find you here. How's our new resident coming along?
A bit aggressive, but managed to cope.
Understandable. We humans were the ones who captured it and took it away from its home and put it into this small cell. Before we continue, I have my recorder with you, and for filing classification, can you state your serial number, rank, and name, please, for the record?
Well, this was a first. You let
No. The entire thing.
Hey. Okay then. 20000208 20171004 ZA 005491. Operator Sergeant call sign Vlakvark.
By the way, why did you take the call sign to Vlakvark?
Well, Honey Badger was already taken. Lion was taken. Cheetah was already taken. Leopard was taken. Around all the good names were already taken. She went with a warthog. Hey, they're tough. I'm tough. Plus they're fast.
Fair enough. Still a sergeant.
The test was a bit hard.
I told you, the first do your rank test to become a lieutenant, and then next year your international or interglobal test to become an interglobal agent. But no, you didn't want to listen. I told you to not combine the two because the admin section combines their point system. If you fail one, you'll fail both.
Oh, I'm sorry. There wasn't a bit of a rush. And by the way, those tests were nearly impossible. How am I supposed to learn cultural sensitivities? That manual is as big as a phone book.
I know it's hard, but it is necessary. It teaches you how to act in certain sensitive cultural situations, which is necessary for being an international coalition agent.
Then there were a few questions that I understand is useful to being a coalition agent.
Like a calculation of bullet drop. That I can never figure out. Bad eyesight, can't really calculate distance. That's why I like to prefer a rifle with not a long range. That's why I prefer close combat instead of distance or long range combat.
That's why you take those rifles. Then there were questions that I understand being in a test, but still, how the hell are you supposed to know all of this? But what about stuff like the Grey's homeworld?
Zeta Reticula?
Or what about the difference between a skinwalker and a Wendigo?
A Wendigo is a human who was cursed after being starved nearly to death, while a skinwalker does heinous or demonic things in order to shapeshift.
Oh, that's the difference. I always thought they were the same thing.
Yep, me too.
In that other test, that test that shows what you know, how am I supposed to know why the Leaning Tower of Pisa is tipping over?
Because it was built on a clay formation.
Or what about the meaning of tsunami?
Big wave. Or large disturbance in the water. Japanese.
Or who made the Fabergé eggs?
If I recall correctly, that was Peter Carl Fabergé.
Really? I always have thought that the Fabergé mean fragile.
Same here. I was as well shocked to learning that the Fabergé was actually a surname and not being fragile.
How do you know all this?
Well, I have a genuine curiosity into the unknown. But to help you, I advise you replacing your sports shows with educational cartoons. Shows like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego to expand your knowledge of the world. Series like White Collar to improve your agent skills. History Channel shows like Monster Quest, Ancient Aliens, River Monsters to improve your skills with hunting and containing Terrazon creatures. And basic shows with, let's say, David Attenborough or Nigel Marven to expand your horizon on animal behavior. So, entertaining shows like that is how I learned how to handle different Terrazons and how to pass the test. And then there are like games I like to play, educational games, chemical games, chess, that type of thing. And that's how I became actually captain. Through shows like that.
How do you pass them?
Well, thanks to my mentor, which was already a commander and international, I didn't really need to learn that phone book, that hand manual. Seeing that I was already under the teachings and mentorship of someone who was already high classed and passed it.
You cheater. But right, what does this have to do with being a collision agent anyway?
Well, being a collision agent doesn't mean just point and shoot at creatures. You need to be smart enough and knowledgeable enough to understand different cultures and the reasons behind certain things. You need the intelligence to know how to handle these creatures. When a coalition agent, doing the time means you need to have the right mind.
Okay, I can understand that.
But I'll talk to the admin sector. I'm a captain of rank, I'm international. I can take you on as a type of apprentice that will give you extra credit that will help you pass the international test to become an interglobal agent. And I'll see if I can get you a redo on a lieutenant's exam, but I don't think that's going to be possible. You'll have to wait next year to firstly do your lieutenant's exam, and then the year after that, you can do your interglobal agents test.
Well, that's how you did it. Thanks to your commander, high rank commander mentor, you got so much extra credit you passed through your blue food test.
Hey, I did well on this test, I studied hard, and even without extra credit, I would still gotten through. Barely, but I would still have gotten through. but that's a later issue. Now then, tell me about our friend here.
She's being well taken care of. Did you see her head caretaker? That long ago.
Ah, now I see why you're paying so much attention to this creature.
What can I say? She's hot.
Alright, you think he got shot?
You never know if you'd pull the trigger.
My man. But we'll talk about that another time. Back to our resident at hand.
Come on, where you at? Come on. There you are.
Hello? Hello, beautiful. Look at that. Amazing creature. She's beautiful.
Think it's a she.
Well, locals call it the river goddess and not the river god. So I assume it's female. Look at that creature. Remarkable. Amazing. What can you tell me about her?
Well, we're having trouble putting a species origin. DNA workup haven't come back from the labs yet, along those stuffed eggs.
Yep.
Her main diet is fish, freshwater fish. But we have discovered through testing that she has a particular fondness for oysters.
Oysters?
Yes, we give it as a treat for good behavior. Hang on, let me activate the automatic feeders upstairs. And up. Now, look how she handles the oyster.
She's cracking it open. Almost like an otter.
And see how she sucks it out. I believe that this is where a brain sucking thing came from.
You don't think? She sees our heads not as parts of a human. She sees our heads as oysters.
I haven't tasted it, but if you think about it, brains and the meats of oysters almost have the same form of soft texture. So there's a good chance that she sees our brains like oysters. And in freshwater, oysters are extremely rare. What's the next big thing? Our skulls, apparently.
So that's where the legend of the brain sucker comes from.
Or maybe she has a zombie-like appetite for brains, but seeing though we don't feed her any skulls, she goes to the oysters as the next best thing. The thing is with pterosaurs and any creatures that hasn't been observed before, you can't really tell what is and what isn't.
I can see that. It's remarkable, almost like an otter.
That's what gave me the idea first this creature might be part otter. But looking at this creature, I say some type of fantasy dragon. But what do you say?
My money is on this is an evolved plesiosaur.
An evolved plesiosaur?
Well, when the Earth caused this mass extinction when the dinosaurs got supposedly wiped out, a lot of dinosaur species, small pockets, managed to survive, and the world started changing. It started to change. Had to adapt with it. In the prehistoric times, there were large fish, which in the open waters. Large fish in the open waters, plesiosaur doesn't need to move quickly, just needs to move fast. That's why it had that, what I believe, that's why it had that arrow-shaped head. But after the extinction event, food got scarce, which means the prey got scarce. Food changed, prey changed. Food got less, prey got less. Food got smaller, prey got smaller. And whatever happens to food happens to prey, happens to predator. Its food got smaller, it got smaller. Food got faster, it got faster. Food moved to this area, predator moved to that area as well. Food changed, it changed. Its prey got smaller, it got smaller. Prey got faster, it got faster. Prey moved to this area, it moved to that area. Prey adapted to that area, it adapted to that area. A good example is the skull ridge. Look at it. It's almost horse-shaped like. Now compare it to a plesiosaur, its skull shape is it's not the same. And it's not just with this pterosaur creature here. A lot of other river sea monsters have this horse skull shape. And it's not just with these sea creatures. If you look at our dinosaurs' skulls and with depictions of dragons' heads, you can see there is some similarities, but at the same time, a change. In prehistoric times, there were large herbivores. You wouldn't have flexible movement. You just see the target, move to the target, and attack the target. But as the world changed and the vegetation got smaller, the prey needed to conserve energy by getting smaller. Smaller bodies meaning faster, more agile movement. Predators as well, to save energy, got smaller and in order to capture its prey, moved more agilely. Now I believe that these river monsters were ocean plesiosaur creatures, but moved to the river because open water prey is way too fast. In a river setting, the prey, there's a lot of obstacles, easily placed for ambush, and that skull ridge, that horse-like skull, I believe that is used to swim better for more flexible movement. In a plesiosaur, that skull is made to slice through the water, but like an arrow, there's not a lot of movement. But with this horse skull shape, easy turns. Easy turns, can go over and under stuff, can sharp turns left and right, can easily keep up with its prey item, and with that strong bone structure head, it can easily go through the weeds and through branches, fallen debris, anything it needs to get through, any type of obstacles to get to its prey. A very interesting evolution. Hello, hello. Look at that. Oh, baby, oh.
Like I said, he's a bit aggressive towards humans. Is that an interesting theory you have about the dinosaurs' evolution and adapting to modern life?
Well, yeah, it's just a theory. Look at you. What an incredible creature. Hello. Hello, beautiful. Hello. Smile for me? Come on. Oh! Impressive pipes she got on her. Look at those teeth. Sharp, made for ripping into flesh of prey. What a remarkable animal.
Now, so gooey-eyed about this creature, did you forget that it killed a farm dog?
Accidents happen when dealing with this type of stuff. Because it wasn't her fault. She didn't know where she was or what to do, how to survive. She just needed to survive. She needed to do what she could to survive. Look at that. Tell your veterinarian friend when a blood work comes to immediately let me know. Alright, I'll give you an excuse to talk to her again.
Chop chop. Well, I wasted enough time standing around here. Time to go.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Here,
The recorder? What for?
Agent MC is waiting for you.
What does she want?
She needs to interview you on your perspective of what happened.
Do I have to?
Yep. She's waiting in the interview room. Go to the admin wing, go to the level 4 office area, and ask her to point you in the right direction.
Hit if I must. Wish me good luck.
Good luck.
Ain't you coming?
I'm gonna stay here a little bit. Monitor her a bit more.
Understandable. Have fun.
See ya, Vlakvark.
See ya, Phantom Predator. Hido.
My name does not mean pedophile.
Now Starmies talk smack about my nickname. How do I turn this thing off? Hey doctor, I just came from the Mamlambo. She's looking healthy.